I'm Jenny Morrill, and I teach at Colton-Pierpont Central School in St. Lawrence County. For the past 2 years, I've worked with the St. Lawrence Lewis Bosies, training teachers to learn the benefits of mindfulness for their personal and professional lives, and ultimately, their students' lives. I have worked with the McKinney-Vento grant and trained support leaders as they have worked with students in need. And I've recently worked very closely with the Poverty Initiative through the Institute for Student-Centered Learning, providing training on how to use mindfulness as a way to reduce the impact of trauma and poverty. As the poverty rate increases, so does the negative impacts with the developing child in our learning communities. 1 in 4 U.S. students will witness or experience a traumatic event before the age of 4. More than 2/3 by the age of 16, and this hardwires the developing brain, impacting cognitive function. Teen stress has now surpassed adult stress, and the American Psychological Association finds 30% of teens feel sad or depressed, 31% feel overwhelmed, and 35% feel stress caused them to lie awake at night. On top of trauma, adolescents are growing up in an era of the 911 generation, where there's increased school violence, economic and national insecurities, social media pressures that lead to disconnection and isolation. As a certified elementary school teacher, special education and reading teacher, a certified teacher of mindfulness to adolescents and youth, I have seen the positive impacts that mindfulness has had in the classroom and out of the classroom. To me, mindfulness is an academic intervention. Research supports the practice of mindfulness as a tool to develop the skills that are needed in a school and prepare the brain for learning while it soothes the stress response in our children. Mindfulness gives students the practice of developing skills of connection, present-minded focus, visualization, even relaxation. The pause before responding gets reinforced through mindfulness practices. Just as an athlete practices skills and improves muscle strength through weight training, our mental skills deserve that same attention. All of those skills are linked to developing executive functioning skills. Research also supports mindfulness practices, reducing the symptoms of chronic stress on the body and mind. Statistics show that the exposure to ACEs increases the risk of developing life-threatening health issues over a lifetime. The early years of development in adolescence are 2 critical times in brain development. We can do simple activities that don't cost a lot, that do not take a lot of time out of our day, and give students the opportunity to develop social emotional learning skills, soothe the stress response in the body, and to me, that is the only time learning can truly take place. I hope that our schools begin to view themselves as not only a place of learning, but healing too. Our kids deserve it.
Focus on those and just think about how we can be our best self today. And if we have any difficulties, we can ask for help. We can use our mindful moments, right? And we can try to use our strategies. So right now, what we're going to do to get ready is sit up straight in our chairs. We're going to put our feet on the floor. Find a place for your hands. You can either close your eyes and listen to the sounds or pay attention.
Be ready. Ready? Okay.
Breathe in, hum out. Breathe in and hum out.
Hi, boys and girls. I wanted to share something with you today because I've been thinking a lot about you. Mrs. Murphy and I have been thinking a lot about you. And you've been coming to school tired a lot. Many of you have been coming to school tired, and you talk about how hard it is for you to get to sleep, or that you wake up in the middle of the night. And sleep is really important. And so I have a tip I want to talk to you about that I teach a lot of adults, and I've even taught children using some mindfulness to help with sleep.
Hello, my name is Aniston, and Mrs. Morrill, our science teacher, has been teaching us about mindfulness, and it really helps you when you're stressed out or can't sleep or with anything, really, if you're nervous too. And I've been practicing mindfulness not just at school but also at home when I'm trying to sleep. She taught us this new technique, and it's like you count to 10 and then you start over and count to 10 again and keep going until you fall asleep. And they can get you really tired, and it really helps me, and mindfulness helps me never.
So William, what do you like about mindfulness, or how do you use mindfulness?
It helps me with being calm.
Do you like starting your day with mindfulness?
Yeah.
Okay, so every day we have our mindful moments, and we do that in the morning. Do you guys like doing mindfulness?
Yes.
Yeah? Do you feel it helps you in school?
Yes.
When do you use it? When can you use mindfulness?
When you get angry?
When you get mad?
Yeah. Or frustrated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or a bit sad.
Sometimes when you're sad?
Yeah.
So you think it's useful to use in school? And at home too?
I like to use mindfulness when I'm stressed. It helps me become calmer and just calm down and relax more.
How do you feel about mindfulness?
I think mindfulness is a great way to help me relax after a long, stressful day and I can't sleep and everything's on my mind and I just relax.
How do you feel about mindfulness?
I love mindfulness. Like when I'm not able to do my math homework, it really does help me. Like, say like I'm doing an equation and I don't know how to do it. I just do a little bit of mindfulness, then I just remember.
Awesome. Okay, Hannah, what is mindfulness to you?
Mindfulness to me is something positive and it helps you become aware of the present and the now and things and problems that you're stumbling on, and helps you cope with them and move on to a more positive life.
Awesome. And so what are you doing with mindfulness in our school?
Well, I started a speech for my 12th grade SUNY English class, and then from there I went to an activity with the whole 7th through 12th grade, and what we're doing is we're teaching the whole 7th through 12th grade how to become aware of not just your own feelings, but everybody else's feelings in a positive way.
Okay, so I love mindfulness because it really helps me calm down, and I have stress a lot, so it really helps my body just calm. So like when I'm trying to go to sleep, I mostly use it then because it makes me calm down and not worry about my stress problems. So I really enjoy mindfulness, and I hope you do too.
Okay, first, whenever I get upset, I mostly would just breathe in and breathe out. Plus, I'll get like one of these things that helps me, like these little jar things. And then I would just shake it up, and then I would just watch it fall. Did it help me relax and lose my thoughts? And then once I watched the glitter falls, I mostly talked, then afterwards I talked to Miss Sparkley about like how I'm feeling and what was going on and stuff, so I could let her know about it, so then I can feel better afterwards. Plus I think about good thoughts, not bad thoughts about my situation, so when I need a minute, like if I'm mad or something, I just go to a different room or go somewhere else until I relax.
Typically, it's just become part of my character. You always have to start somewhere. It's so great that y'all are starting to I guess, be exposed to this at a young age. I didn't get this till I was sophomore in high school. And those, if anyone's told you about that, but those can be troubling years.
So do you relate it to leadership? Do you think mindfulness has helped you become a leader? Because you
Definitely.
were a leader in the college dorms, and you're now really a leader of yourself as you go through college and military. Your leadership skills seem very strong to me. Do you think it's helped you with leadership?
Definitely. It's just the way you interact with people is completely changed. The way people look at you. The way my captain presented this idea to me was, it's like when you walk into a room, do you want to just kind of walk in and be another one of the guys, or do you want to have that command presence in that, you walk into a room and people turn and say, oh, what do you need, kind of thing. It's having a leadership aura about you. Now, aura, some of you might not be familiar with. Are they familiar with that? No. It's basically just the way that you walk into a room, the way you address a problem. People know, hey, he's a guy I need to listen to. He's going places. Because of that calm, cool, collected attitude. So being able to take on multiple tasks at a time and say, I can dish it back out.